Right then, well, welcome back everybody to Friday night is onion night, of course, the home of the giant onion growing challenge. You know, the one where I set a little challenge to grow the biggest onions we possibly can from the variety Elsay from Foster's Seeds. People have joined in, people have grown along, and Friday nights we have a little catch up. I go through the ones I'm growing, and right at the end we have onion news. Onion news, where we catch up with other people's updates and how they're getting on, things like that. So if it's the first time you've tuned in to watch this video, thanks for joining in. And it's a bit weird because we generally get about 250 people watch the video, and I guess most of them are either following along or actually in it, but I only ever get about 25, 30 likes. So if you are watching and you've watched along for a bit, just milk me ego a little bit and hit the like button. It'd make my day, that would. All right, so that's that out of the way. So like I say, tonight we're going to go through the usual thing. We'll go through mine that was my best one grown with artificial light, so that's my light one. My one grown with no artificial light, and for anybody who's been watching along, a little catch up on the onions that I've put away for seed to try and get some great Joe Atherton seed to start all over again at the end of October, November. All right, so that's what it's all about. And God, it's hot, isn't it? Don't you think it's hot? It's ridiculous today. I mean, this video is going to be late because I just couldn't stick filming in the tunnel any earlier. And you know, keep hydrated, very important. And you know, have your jaunty hat on. Right, that's enough of that nonsense. Let's go and look at some onions. I know you want to see what happened to my big one. Giggity. Right, well, this is what you've all come to see, innit? What happened to me giant one? Well, here we go. It's split. Now, I have taken 2 leaves off, but if you look at that, it looks like I'm going to lose another 2. I mean, I had a brilliant idea from Debbie Grows a Love to stick. I didn't even think of it, but I had some here, put some yellow sulphur around like the rotted area, if you like, to stop botrytis, and that seems to work. It's staying solid, so I don't think it's rotten. And what I've done, I don't know how well you can see that, is I've dug out right around the outside, and I just water around there now. I felt I had to water the top. The temperatures, as well as you all know, it's bonkers. It really is. I know some people have taken theirs outside. I almost wish I did, but I'm such an exposed area. I didn't want to risk it. So there it is. But it's still growing because although I skinned off 2 layers, it's now standing at 17 inches around, so it's still growing because I've only lost 1 inch. And the central spike that was only tiny last week, that's still growing up, and I'm still hoping that it's not going to go to seed. So that's the giant one. Probably going to lose 2 more skins. Well, I'm definitely going to. They're split, but at least it's only splitting from one side, so I don't think it's going to split in 2 and form 2 separate bulbs and then go to flower. So not the best, but we're hanging on in there. Let's go and look at the no lights one. Right, so this is the no lights one, so growing without any artificial light. Now, this one's not doing a lot. It's starting to bulb up now, and if you can see here, that one is splitting as well, but that is the leaf that's going to die off next. So I'm not too fussed about that. That's just how it goes naturally, and the outer skin will die off, and you know, we've got new inner shoots growing, new stem. Whoop, bye Anne. That's the missus off home. Cut me tea, I hope. Yeah, so that's that one, sitting at 10 inches and just doing what it should be doing. So there again, I've got everything sloped away from the base to try and keep the base dry, but I am watering at the top just because I don't want the top lot of roots to dry out. And I'm also watering because they're sat in the brute buckets. I'm also watering around the edge to keep the water in there and keep the moisture in the ground. So that's that one. Let's go and have a look at my favourites. Yeah, you know it, my seed onions. Right, that's a nice sight to see. I know it's only a fly, but it's on here, pollinating. I haven't got a very steady hand, have I? Let's zoom out a bit. That's better. We've still got the 5 seed heads in here, all opening up really well. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be focusing very well, does it? But you know, they're running up through the trellis with the bubble wrap around them to protect them, but down below it's just looking weird. They've all gone brown, the outer leaves are dying back. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing this, I'll be perfectly honest. First time I've ever done it, but they're still alive, so I'm really hoping that I can get some seed off these. I've got some pots of cosmos either side. There's not a lot of flowers on them at the minute because I've been deadheading them to help maintain the flowers coming through. So that's them. There they go. I just hope I get some seed. I'm sure they will. Oh, I just want to pop out and look at the seed ones I've got outside actually. I've got a question for them. Maybe you can answer it. Let's just pop outside and have a look at them. Right, so I don't know how well you can see this, but my seed onions outside, all the leaves have died off. I mean, like every single one. And the only thing I've got growing out here is the flower spike. And there again, something weird. I don't know what's going on. The flower spike's coming up and then really swelling. You can see that coming up, swelling out, going back in again, and that's happening on all 3 of these. Just pan back out. Yeah, look at that one. Although this one has still got some leaves on it, but they're dying back quickly. I mean, they are in one of these recycling buckets, but I am keeping them well watered, so I don't think it's a case of they're drying out. But yeah, we'll go back up to the flower spike of these, or the flower heads. Nowhere near as advanced as the other ones, but I don't expect that because, you know, they're outside. But that's those. So anybody got any advice on that? Gratefully received as always. Right, let's go and do onion news. Right then, so here we go, onion news, where we have a little catch up with everybody who's done an update over the last week. I try and get everybody in, but sometimes I miss people, so if I've missed you or missed your update, just shout at me. Yeah, me, just personally. Pete, you missed me. Sort it out. And I'll do my best to get you in next week. I must admit, what's it? It's about 8 o'clock now, and this is just the best part of the day. The sun's lost its strength, everything's watered. Yeah, my favourite time at the minute. Anyway, enough of that. First, we got to take a minute to mourn Jimmy's, because Jimmy's lost the whole lot of his giant onions to the allium leaf miner. Gutted for you, Jimmy, gutted for you. All that effort, you know, and all those great updates you've done, and I've really enjoyed watching along with all the things you do, and you've been a great inspiration to me, and a great help with some great tips, you know. He's been gardening for a lot of years, and he knows a lot of cool stuff. So thanks, Jimmy, for all your help. And but he's put a good resolve on it, and he said he's looking forward to having another go next year. And well, there's a question for you. Do you want to do this again? I know you've got to be a glutton for punishment, but I'm definitely doing it again. And if you'd like to join in doing it next year, just let me know in the comments, you know, because I'm definitely doing it, and I'd love to have you join in again. So, Jimmy, gutted for your mate, but had a great attitude to it, and that's what it's all about. And things happen, you know. So keep smiling. Right, on a brighter note, I got a photo from the right pear plot. Ali and Trisha, I know they're not filming at the minute, they're not doing videos on YouTube, but they were kind enough to send me an update. They've potted theirs on, they're looking well, so I'm sure we'd all just wish them all the best, and hopefully you're back to making videos soon. But it was lovely of you to drop me a photograph. Robert Meekins, he sent me a photo of his no lights one, 3 of them outside. He's got, I think he said 2 at 10 inches, 1 at 11. Now, we can't have him win. Can you imagine if Robert wins this as well, the no lights section? It'll be unbearable. He's already the champion of the single seed potato challenge, and it's looking like he's got massive amounts of potatoes again this year. So yeah, we can't let him win. We just can't. Only joking, Robert. I hope you do really well and come a really close second to somebody else. Yeah, you got to share the love about, Robert. You got to share the love about. So that's Robert. I'll whip through this quick because you've all got better things to do. Deb's veg plot. She sent me a photo. She's potted hers on into their new home, and I'm sure they'll romp away. I don't know about you lot, but I always find when I pot them on, it's roughly about 2 weeks before they sort of find their feet and get going. So I'll be interested to see if anybody else has found that. That's sort of what I found. You know, 2 weeks. Is that about right before they really get going again? Let me know. Let me know. Elaine, allotment joy, brilliant. If you saw last week, you'll know she had some no lighters, and they were in pots, and they'd grown through the pots into the raised bed outside. Now she's sorted them out, got them into some bigger pots on their own, and there again, I'm sure they'll romp away they will, Elaine. And finally, Debbie Grows a Love, over mainly on Instagram. She always posts some brilliant photos, and her write-up and description is even better. She's saying she's pulled hers out from the greenhouse, worried about the heat. Don't blame you, it's nuts. And they're currently sat outside under a very fetching parasol, lovely blue one with frills, looking lovely, Debbie, and no doubt just sipping pims and enjoying life. So yeah, Debbie Grows a Love on Instagram, brilliant. Always enjoy watching her updates. And well, that's about it. Oh, Joe. Jane and Joe. Jane commented last week. Great to know you're still in it, Joe. And her neighbour on plot, Joe, who I believe is like later on in years, shall we say. I know you don't actually post any videos, Jane, but it'd be lovely if you could perhaps email me a photo or something like that so we can see what you got going on. And a photo of Joe. I'd love to see Joe. All right. So if you watch this, Jane, and you get a chance, just email me a photo. It would be brilliant. My email's in my channel description. Right. So that's it. Thanks for tuning in on a bonkers hot day. I think the polytunnels day got to 41 degrees. I know. That's with all the doors open, all the side ventilation open. 41 degrees. Right, that's enough of me stressing about the weather. You shouldn't moan about the sunshine, really, should you? But there we go. Gardeners, never happy, are we? Right, well, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Cheers and gone.